It's time we give back. Sow a seed and show someone where love's at. Even if you don't give a dime, give your heart and share your time. Help somebody else in life. Give back. Let's give back.
On August 11th, 1973, at 1520 Cedric Avenue in the Bronx, New York, DJ Kool Herc blended the drum beats of records on two turntables, and hip-hop was born. This year marks the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Today's episode of Ignite, Empower, Transform features three pioneers of hip-hop, Rocky Bucano, Darryl James, and James Hot Dog Jones. We're using clips from our past shows. Enjoy. Welcome to this episode of Ignite, Empower, Transform, where we showcase urban superheroes that impact their communities. Today, we have a very special guest, my friend, my neighbor, and my fraternity brother, Mr. Rocky Bucano. Rocky.
What's happening, Brother H?
What's up, right? What's
06?
going on? 06, baby.
I spent almost 30 years in the music business.
Right.
And still in the music business. But my passion project now is to establish a permanent home for hip hop. So 5 years ago, I was fortunate and blessed to come across an opportunity to begin the pursuit to establish the Universal Hip Hop Museum. It was an idea that wasn't the first time that someone had pursued, the development of a museum for hip hop.
Right.
But I think we had the motivation and we had the resources and the support. The other people who wanted to do it, they were outside of hip hop.
Right.
They had no connection to the culture.
Exactly.
Thankfully the Lord has blessed this project. It started 5 years ago with me, Curtis Blow, Grandmaster Melly Mel, Mickey Benson, Grand Wizard Theodore, Joe Conzo, and Sean Cutman, LG Thomas, and myself. And we put our minds together. We looked for different properties. We were first looking at the Kingsbridge Armory on the West Bronx.
I remember.
Then our frat brother gave us another opportunity.
Yes, he
Michael
did.
Blake.
Assemblyman Michael Blake.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about the Bronx County Courthouse.
Right.
The owner of the building he didn't understand the vision.
Right.
So it didn't really work out. And then maybe about 2 weeks after that, we were looking for another space, and I get a phone call from this real estate developer who wanted to submit a proposal to the city of New York to acquire a piece of land.
So he sought you out.
He sought us.
Wow, that's a blessing.
The company sought us out.
Wow.
They had this proposal that they were going to submit to the city of New York, and they wanted to see if there was a hip-hop museum.
Oh, get out of here.
They didn't know if one existed.
What?
So they just typed in hip-hop
that's
museum
incredible,
in
man.
Google, and then they saw Universal Hip Hop Museum.
Wow.
And said, wow, there is a hip hop museum. So he called up and they did some research, and they saw that we were looking at different spaces. And he said, are you guys interested in listening and learning about a new opportunity? I was like, yeah, what is it? He said, well, the city of New York issued an RFP for a piece of land over there on 149th Street. And we're going to call it Bronx Point. It's right on the waterfront.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sounds great. And then when I saw the actual location, I was like, they're going to build it from the ground up. We don't have to occupy a space that's already built. I said, I'm in. So it took us 2 years. We submitted a proposal. It's called the Bronx Point. And the museum, it serves as the cultural arts anchor for the project. Mm-hmm. Which is the museum and about 710 units of mixed affordable housing. That's going to be on top of the museum. Mm-hmm. And a retail space with a movie theater, restaurants.
Oh, that's incredible.
And it's all on the waterfront. So, it's a project that's going to cost about $80 million.
Okay.
And, just this past year, we got a commitment from $4 million from the city council.
Wow.
And another $4 million from the state. And we're waiting for, hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, another $5 million from the state. We're going to break ground next year,
okay.
2019.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this year, 2019, is really the year where fundraising will accelerate.
Okay.
You know, on the private side, you know,
Okay.
getting a lot of private donations and you know, obviously we got to hit our big stars in hip hop.
No doubt.
You know, to create legacies for them.
No doubt.
And I'm sure they're going to want to invest in their own legacies.
Okay.
Kool Herc, the Hercules of hip hop, the originator, the founder, you know, he is the father of hip hop.
Club 371.
Where DJ Hollywood and my man Eddie Cheever, they used to rock 371.
Bruh, I tell you, man, I went there one time. It must have been either late 70s, early 80s. I had so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Hollywood is in a league by himself in terms of his range,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because he could sing.
Right.
And he used to incorporate that oftentimes in his presentation.
Yeah.
And
He was a multi-talented engineer. You know, what I say, DJ, MC,
right.
Entertainer,
Yes.
and just, you know, a good mixer.
That's
you know,
right. That's
he
right.
he knew how to do it all.
We're going to take a quick public announcement break, and we'll be right back.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, you know, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science, become the mayor or something, make the situation better for other people. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Today we have a very special guest, my dear friend and fraternity brother, Darryl James, all the way from the California. What's up, DJ?
What's up, brother? How you feeling?
Let's take a look at this clip, man. I want you. We're gonna start with this and then work our way through the show. This is a clip that you produced here in the Bronx at Lehman College. Let's take a quick look.
Okay.
We got good. We got CCM from. Yeah. We got Lord to the with the Lord. And we about to take this off. Hey, yo, this is Paul Master Plan. Big George, Dougie Fresh in the house. Dougie. Where's the party at? What's up, yo, Doug? Fresh? Yeah. Dougie Fresh. Oh, yeah. Dougie Fresh, you're on. The Dougie Fresh, you're on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Dougie Fresh, you're on. If I don't do you on the very first try, I You gotta flow, yo. You gotta flow, yo. You gotta flow like a real fat show, yo. I call a T to the R-Y-F. Get around the whole flow like sinner. Rock the mic, had a tiger on the rim. Knock the hacker in the head. The hacker in the head. I think it's systematic. Take it to whatever the matter is. On the status of the microphone apparatus. T to the R-Y-F. Coming in your time around the ghetto. I am like a fortress. Plus a warship. MC from the captain will fit. Yo, rockin'. When I start rockin'. People in the dark know I'm dropping the rockets. I'm going damage. Right here is damage. All I be goddamn it. I kick ass like I'm your parents. Prepare for the slaughter with my brains is out of order. That kicked out my church cause I got caught up my preacher's order. Finish like Dennis on that hit my feet. You best run, son. I'm sitting up, seeing the creek. So don't sleep cause I creep on New York street. Like I'm a big fat whack seeds and ass cheeks. Happy represented. Records like demolition. Niggas couldn't see me with my vocals in 3D. Yo, all that niggas that I keep asking kids. They alone fuck good. And then I'm back to you and man, this is you move. Cause I got the M3 and still geeks. The so close and rap up. Presents up on we scope. So out your back like cross niggas don't play. If you ever play Jack, so niggas don't like James. Zulu nation, man, black creation, proper education, corporate elevation. What you gonna do when that Zulu voodoo comes down on your dome and your whole damn crew with a whoa. DC transcendent, diamond the immigrant, snap you on enough camera, like I silly keep on the camera. Who's the man coming in the slaughter? I want to get the new world order. What's the African man? 20 rap niggas, you know get let me pass this fight to the mother kid. Back so know we gonna live in the night of my back. Don't stop her. Stop the time like gold. I got back on the back. Rich Burrow, keep the thorough. I know, do you know? I see the one thing. The coke connector, point 11 quick reflector. Don't get caught up in my sector. Oh my God, the injector. With the slam of his lyrical joke. Give peace and more to be pressure flow. Dedicated to New York, learning to walk around and get laid like the golden broad. It matter which way you come. I still be holding shots from the gun. I take one shot, I make your whole squad run. No, it's the awesome, the sun, come on, T. I never get the free. Your back feels like I fly like TV. From around the stories, acting like they cracking boulders with a back of Kaplan, I was hack a focus. Old talking slayers about to walk and go to 50, go to York alone. You make me sick to my stomach, you don't really want it. Ripping like you sipping on the candy, but you barely run it. You really done it, now you got me down, boy, they don't be like Buffy Smash. Take your Rocky when I'm dropping down. Stop the last much for the puto, niggas throw like Bunker Google. You gon' throw your puto, I'm like, who your puto? You don't ever want to clash again. Big doors and master air, with other lies, rain and faster pen. Yeah. Dougie Fresh, rap, New York City. New York, big noise. Dougie Fresh, on.
Man, that was something, bro. I was there to witness that historic event. Darryl, tell us about what was going on in that clip.
Well, there's a lot of power and a lot of energy in that clip that can't be recreated. That was 1995 in the Boogie Down Bronx.
Yes,
I did the world's first hip hop pay-per-view. That's what that was.
Wow. Talk about some of the people that were in that.
Yeah, it was powerful because, in the show itself, we had Eric Sermon, Redman, Method Man, Wu-Tang, KRS closed it down. We had Coolio, who had the #1 song of the nation at that time. Right. We had Big Pun. We had Dougie Fresh. We had Fat Joe. And in the clip that we just saw, we saw a couple members of the Zulu Nation. My man TC Islam, rest in peace. And I was in the Zulu Nation myself during that time. The clip that we just saw was a freestyle. It was Dougie Fresh beatboxing, and then Fat Joe, who I was very close to then, brought Big Pun up on the stage, and then a couple people got into it, and you could see me dancing around with my Rap Sheet T-shirt and my Rap Sheet hat. So it was good. Good.
Right. Okay. So Darryl, you just mentioned a couple of times one of the historic. I consider you a pioneer in the world of hip hop, and you're a pioneer for many reasons. Not only did you create these innovative programs. I was at the one you did in Washington D.C. when you had KRS-One at BET. I was there when you had the. Well, let's talk about Rap Sheet and tell us about that production that you created.
I started Rap Sheet, which was not only the second largest rap music publication, but it was the only one with black ownership. My partner originally was Jewish, and in 1997, I bought him out, making me the only black publisher in hip hop and the only publication that was 100% black owned. So what we tried to do outside of the publication, we tried to do things to reach out to the national community. So we did a conference every year. That conference had showcases, and that's what you came to in California, and you also came to the one in DC where we took over BET Sound Station, and we had KRS-One shut it down. Chuck D was there also. What we did was we tried to do showcases that had major artists, but we also had up-and-coming artists so they could be introduced in an environment where people were already there for hip-hop artists who were more established. What we also did was shows. We did concerts. The piece that, the clip that we just showed a few minutes ago was from, again, the first hip-hop pay-per-view concert.
We're going to take a pause for the cause, and we'll return. Hip hop, you don't stop.
What?
Hot Dog is a Bronx resident,
Yes.
raised in the Bronx.
Yep, LIP, Lafayette, the kids call it Lafayette Island Projects, but when I was coming up, we always be like, it's a housing development.
Right,
We always
right.
be front, but
Right.
yes, Lafayette, over there in that area,
Okay.
right by Soundview Park.
Yes, sir.
So I
Yes,
got to shout y'all out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So why don't you start with your Bronx story, brother? Just tell us.
Okay.
Just tell us about yourself and your Bronx history.
All right, born and raised in the Bronx, always was into, the music aspect, always, went to, like they said, the park jams, used to see Red Alert out there, used to see Bam, Jazzy J. I mean, all these cats out there with Zulu Nation parties when, everybody don't realize that when you hear Full Force say that in the place to be, that was coming from the Bronx. That's because we used to say that about 123.
Wow.
I went to junior high school 123. I was always a decent dancer. I was a good dancer. And, I would see all these cats, Rocksteady would come out and they would dance. And then we had Skating Palace was around.
Right.
Rocksteady would be out there. I was a good skater and I would see them. And that's when, lo and behold, I go into college, start learning to step in and all this other stuff. In the meantime, in between that point, I went to a place called Broadway Dance. And that's when I learned about the different disciplines of dance, modern dance, ballet, African dance, And two of my teachers, you might know of, Eartha Kitt was one.
Oh, absolutely. The legendary.
Eartha Kitt was one of my teachers.
Absolutely.
And then there was a person named Frank Hatchett who owned the studio.
Okay.
And Maurice Hines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I knew those. I was really kind of like the kid amongst them. And, they kind of got me into that where I started to be able to make dance into an actual, organized form. Then hip hop came through.
Right.
And while I was in college, one of the guys that I worked with, he had a hip hop artist. He actually had two. He had actually it was a few. He used to be a manager of Hitman Howie T. And Howie T used to be the producer for Special Ed and for Chubb Rock. Chubb Rock was his cousin.
Right.
And at the time, Chubb Rock, he had like a couple of hits out. But, there was like underground. There was no video for it. And they was trying to put more money into what he's doing as far as Select Records.
Right.
So they said, Chubb said, hey, I want to get a dancer. And they thought he was going to get two dancers. But he said, nah, I want to get one dancer because Heavy D has two dancers.
Right.
And Chubb was kind of big at that time.
Right.
Shout out to Chubb, what up? And he said, I want to be different. I want to have just one dancer. Since Heavy has two dancers, they won't confuse us.
Right.
And, you know, as they say, the rest is history. We Bad Chubs was the first video. Then we had Treat 'Em Right. And then from there, I was able to do different choreography, you know, stints. Before that, actually, I had a dance role with, what's the name of that group? Public Enemy.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
Yeah, it was, the video was called Land of the Bassheads.
Okay.
So me and my boy Nut, you know, from high school, we was like the first.
What high school was that?
That was Truman High School in
Okay,
the
you got- you
Bronx.
gotta-
in the
you gotta
Bronx.
shout 'em
Gotta
out,
shout out
man.
Truman, what's up? The Mustangs was going on. Rod Strick and I, we was in the same math class.
Is
It
that
was
right?
Crazy, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's just like, it's so funny because in the Bronx, you know,
Yeah.
you don't look at it until later on. You say, wow,
Right.
I really rubbed elbows with a lot of guys and women that did great things.
That's tremendous. 18.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
Good name.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell
I
us about
I know
that.
how you said that too.
So my man Hot Dog, we're in different fraternities. Hot Dog's in Omega and I'm in an Alpha, and
Yes.
we, you know,
It's the Alpha and
all- it's
Omega.
all-
That's how it is.
It's
you
all
know.
one family.
Yes,
It's all one
definitely,
family, man. All one family.
As I say, it's the beginning and the end.
Yes,
so
sir.
that's-
It don't get better than
it
that.
don't get better. It don't
And
get
that's how
better.
God said it.
Yes.
That's how He said
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir. We did Buffalo, we did Greensboro, and then Pittsburgh. And if you know with your history, right, that's when the fight between Guy and New Edition on stage happened.
Oh, really? Wow.
I know it sounds crazy because in the biop that they have, you know, the biodrama that they have
Right.
with New Edition, they have it that they're fighting Bobby Brown, but that's not.
Oh, wow.
They wasn't fighting Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
They was fighting Guy on stage. It was crazy.
Wow, man.
And then we see these, like, you know, guys come out on the side and they're all wearing the same thing. And I'm like, oh, snap, is this New Edition guy gonna do something together? Oh, snap. And next thing you know, you see, you know, I think it was Mike was like this, and then
Mike
like,
Bivens.
yeah, and then you know they playing "Piece of My Love," so this is like a
Wow.
love song going on,
Right,
and while
right,
this
right.
going on, then all of a sudden, bam! And I'm not gonna say who swung first. I
Come
know,
on, man.
I'm not
Come
gonna.
on,
I
let
can't
us
do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
But let's talk about then and now, man, because a lot has changed, man. I remember as a Queens guy coming to a spot called Club 371 in the Boogie Down.
Yes, yes.
And I was just mesmerized, man. And this was at the birth of hip hop,
Yeah.
right? When it was just really coming off. And just thinking about how back then, you know, you had DJ Hollywood, who was the master showman.
Yes.
Who basically, it was more about moving the crowd and making sure that you engage the audience and had them just in a state of hysteria.
Yeah.
You know, that was the responsibility of the DJ and the MC.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of changed from that to something to where we
Well,
are today.
to piggyback on what you were saying,
Yep.
the original piece was the DJ. The DJ was always the crowd motivator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you had even guys that would call themselves the crowd motivator.
Right.
And the MC, you know, the master ceremony, was actually the guy to hype up
Yep.
the DJ.
Exactly.
And then just be normally, yo, man, this is my man, blah, 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 blah. And then I don't know who started the rhyme aspect of it, but then the rhyming kicked in.
Right.
And then once the rhyming kicked in, that became more of a show situation. Right. And then people started doing, you know, the different, you know, freestyling. Then they started doing, what was it, like routines.
Right.
You know, Cold Crush Brothers was, you know, famous with that, you
Right,
know.
right.
And the songs and all that. And then that developed into songs. Then you have Rappers Delight, then you have other stuff. And then it just takes off from there. I went from dancing to actually rhyming with the A-Team, which is all around totally... is the all-around total extraterrestrial entertainment mother. That's what the ATEEM stood for.
Right, right.
And it was me, Rob Swinger, you know, Chubb, and a couple other cats. You know, I can't even say it. Track Masters actually was a part of that.
Right,
you
right.
know, Poke and Tone, and you know, I remember walking down the street and I run into Chuck D.
Right.
And I was just telling them about, hey, we coming with 18, and Chuck was like, oh, he put me up, he said, yo, where you going? I told him I'm good. I think it was on like 60th Street. And I was on Central Park West.
Right.
And he just, and he beat because he saw me.
Right.
And I jump in the car, and he dropped me off over there, MCA over there in 57 or something like that.
Right.
And in the car, he's like, yo, make sure that when you rhyme, just don't rhyme to be rhyming. You got to have a little message in it. Blah,
There
blah,
you
blah,
go.
blah, blah.
There you go.
And, that's how it was. So
Yeah.
now with the money and the fame and the notoriety, it's like a bigger base, I mean, just like, Puffy, I put Puffy in his first video, You Got What You Need with Stacey Lattisaw. I choreographed that video.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I choreographed that video.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I think it was they did a thing with Stacey Lattisaw on TV One, where are they now type of thing.
Yeah.
And they got
They
me
shouted
and them.
you out?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a good shout out, but yeah.
We're not gonna go into that yet.
Go
Okay.
because that's another story.
Yeah. We don't.
And I got it. We might have to do a whole series of
Let's do it.
stories with hot dogs.
Let's do it. I just want to close out by saying, man, I want to emphasize this brother here was one of the greatest dancers. I put him at the top, actually. Him and Bobby Brown, they were like neck and neck in my book, man. But yo, bro, you did your thing, man. I appreciate you coming, sharing some stories with us.
Anytime,
and we gotta do it again.
Anytime, baby, we're gonna do it again.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes,
we got more stories to tell.
Absolutely.
1990, Sharp Rock jumps upon the scene with a lean and a pocket full of green. The green doesn't symbolize I made it on the top, but RoboCop last year was a shock. Your Japans pump up the funky beat, a holy. People get your boys and bring the noise and just swing it. 6'3" or maybe quarter an inch bigger than last year, but still a unique figure. Rob Stringer, Doc, no dinky and hot dog, know that you might make a new friend. Just get your boys and bring. How the man with the plan and the man rips it up. Based on how we G, good looking G. Stringer, hot dog, Doc, no butt, F. Well, coming back to 1990, Chubb Rock Joint, please.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Ignite, Empower, Transform. I was your host, Hosea James Givan II. And remember, if it's in your heart, do your part. Today's help equals tomorrow's hope. I love our youth. Power to the people.